Hello, this is Phil Grimes, also known as the Great Ape, talking with you today about Cross Site Request Forgery. Also known as a one-click attack or session writing, usually abbreviated as CSRF and often pronounced as CSRF, this exploit targets a website and attempts to execute unauthorized commands that appear to be transmitted from a trusted user that the website knows. Now, unlike cross-site scripting attacks, which exploits the trust that a user has for a particular site, CSRF exploits the trust that a site has within a user's browser. Because it's carried out from the user's IP address, some website logs may not have evidence of CSRF attacks. Now we're going to look at this today. I've set up a test bed using the turnkey lamp stack, which is nice because it has several tools already installed, namely which are my favorite, PHPMyAdmin and the shell in a box web shell application, which is really nice for basic use. I have also installed a deployment of PHPList, which will be the target application. Essentially, this attack works by including a link or a script in a page that accesses a site to which the target user is known to be logged in or is supposed to have been authenticated. So in our example, we'll be targeting the PHPList software, which touts itself as the world's most popular email campaign manager. Essentially, this application allows a sales or marketing team to reach a broad audience quickly via email lists. So we can log in here. However, before we actually log in, I want to show you a little bit about the database for this application. Now, in the PHPList database, we're going to look at the table php_admin, and here we'll see this is the table where all credentials for any users that we give administrative access to the site will live. At this point, we only have one. That's me. So I can log in here as my admin user. And yes, you can see my password, but please don't hack me. I use it for everything, you know. So once we've logged in, it greets us and we can go about our business here. So I can maintain the application if necessary, muck around with the database. We can, of course, send email blasts, define users, and so forth. I'm not really going to talk too much about the functionality of the application, simply because that's out of scope. We're looking at the attack here. So while I'm doing some work, let's say that I've come in and I've blasted off a bunch of emails to my customer list, and I want to do a little bit of web surfing just to see what's going on the internet. Well, it just so happens that I've published a blog post here to coincide with this demonstration, and this is to illustrate the fact that this website is totally independent and separate from our target deployment of PHPList. So what that means is, while I'm out searching the internet, if I come across this blog post that entices me to click on the dancing gnome, as it were, and I click on this "Do not click me" link, well, that's odd. It takes me back to my admin page. I thought I was gonna read some cool blog stuff. Well, anyway. I'm not really going to worry about that too much right now, because hopefully I'm not a user that's paying attention to the fact that we've now just exploited the CSRF vulnerability in PHPList, and we now have added ourselves a new administrative user to the application. So I can log out. Goodbye, admin. Thank you. And let's look at our database. If we refresh the PHPList_admin, we can see that a second user has now been added. And I can use this to log in. and I have full access now to the application. Hopefully this has helped to illustrate what CSRF really means. We look at these sort of attacks and we realize that there really can be some serious ramifications by not paying attention to, in this case, where the queries are coming from that the application is trusting. Now, there are several things that have to happen for CSRF to be successful. I'm not really going to cover that because hopefully we're going to discuss this a little more. This is engaging your brain to think about what this vulnerability could mean, and also to have a little bit of dialogue as far as how we can prevent it and how we can avoid it, both as developers and as users. Again, I have been the Great Bape. I look forward to hearing more from you and seeing you around the internet.